How are we all today? Indeed, that is a great question. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Because, you know, I certainly am. Welcome! This is so chillaxed and casual. We're even dispensing with the opening credits and all that. I thought, you know, I'm rolling it a little bit late. I hope you can all hear me. That's, you know, that's what it's all about. My friends, thank you so much for being here. Mr. Russell Barrett, how you doing? Horizon Dolls, aka Chris. The Julia is here. Camilla is here. That is so cool. Steve, all the way from Australia. Very good morning to you. Camilla, Mr. Brian is here. Nancy is here. Danny is here. And Rosie's Gym. And all the representatives of Rosie's Gym are here. Very nice to see you. Thank you so much for your channel membership for the last 26 months, both here on YouTube as well as Twitch, Brian. I really appreciate that. I'm testing a few new setup things out today, which is why I was a little bit late, a little bit delayed, but it's looking okay. I'm trying a new laptop here in my very limited space, and I've managed to expand my chat window so I can read up the chat if if some messages come in and I didn't, I skipped a few, then they don't roll off the screen and I never see them. Like yesterday, Amaranth was in the DAZ Plus stream and I totally didn't see it until very recent, until it was too late, until I rewatched the stream yesterday. So anyone who was there on the DAZ Plus stream, thank you so much for being there. I wanted to show you something. So the DAZ Plus stream, if you weren't there, was about rigging figures from scratch, and we had a lot of fun doing that, like simple rigging and a bit more complex rigging. And towards the end, I took a Genesis Figures reference picture out, and then I just put cylinders and all that in Blender into the right space so that it kind of became something along the lines of, well, like a robot-y type Tin Man. And Brian was so cool. Brian, literally within an hour of the stream ending, he said, hey, look at what I've made. So he went ahead and made a little dancing animation. Brian, I hope you don't mind me showing this because this is just so cool. Chat. How do we turn the chat off? There we go. Boom. Excellent. So this is what Brian's made. Super cool. This is the guy I built, and Brian made this thing. So cool. I gotta say, Tin Man 5. All right. Look at him dance. It was so cool. And Brian said it wasn't actually the animation that took so long. It was more finding the HDRI where the guy dances, and that took so long. Isn't that cool? Because the thing is, I built this guy from scratch. Let's watch this again multiple times. I built this guy from scratch, and then within an hour, there's this guy dancing. He's alive. So I've made something that is now alive, and it's just so cool. Isn't that cool? I love it. Thank you so much, Brian. Absolutely love it. Yeah, so very cool. And then in another segment, we went and used the transfer utility and did the guy basically applied Genesis 9 poses on him. That was also very cool. But then Brian went ahead and turned it into a female version and made another one. Called it Dirty Dancing. Crazy stuff. Do you think, Horizon Dolls, that's a good idea. Maybe we should do that. Hey, I can see a big bright future for Tin Man, or Tin Woman as she's called here. It was really fun. Deviant, how's it going? Good to see you. Very cool. Hey, it's going to be a very chillaxed Sunday today. All I wanted to do really is to do my... That's too funny. You didn't put breast physics in, Brian. I guess the time wasn't quite there. A challenge. Wouldn't that be good? And then you could have one is golden, one is pink, or blue and pink, or something like that, so that you can tell which one's the man, which one's the woman. Good stuff. I don't really have a big plan today. So on one hand, I'm going to go and do my daily ride on the Lonely Mountains downhill. So we'll start that next. But then also there's a couple of games I was thinking we could check out together. There's one that was free on Epic the other day called Adios. I'm not sure if I'm into that, having read the description. I'm not sure if that's actually my cup of tea. But there's another one that was called... something with E, Epistory, I think. Epistory, that was it. Epistory is about a writer who has writer's block, and apparently the whole game is being played with a keyboard, and that sounds intriguing. And the game is about, I think that we are somehow the fairy that has to find inspiration, and as such, I think the fairy kind of, I don't know, we'll see what happens. So that's a possibility. Then there's of course also, Resident Evil or Doom Eternal. But there's also something along the lines of Gorogoa or Return to Monkey Island. Let me know what you prefer, and we'll see what happens afterwards. So I've got to say, I haven't really kept up on the PC version. I'm playing this across the PlayStation as well as the PC. So I'm kind of stuck between daily rides, kind of in between somewhere. I think in the season here, look at that, I've collected some rewards that I haven't collected here. This hat, for example, let's collect that. And then this, and this I can't have that yet. And I can't have that either. What a shame. But these things I think I can have. I can have, what is that? That's an outfit. This is another outfit. Nice. And this is a paint job for my bike. I might actually use that. That's good. In the season, I'm in the top 10%. Hey, that's not bad. That's the whole season overview. I think I've ran 15 out of 30 days. We only have a couple of days left in the season. So I usually play this on the PlayStation. I might have a go at that once we've done this. And then we'll see if I can unlock some more goodies here. So we're on Greater Horn, Raven's Edge on the Superbike. That's the one that automatically drives. And we're doing normal things in the day, modified by mirror mode with double penalty. Oh dear, my goodness. Let's see where Julia is on the leaderboard. I always like to keep up. I mean, the first people here, you know, the top 10 also. Chad Jolo, who joined us on Twitch earlier on Julia's stream. That was very nice that he dropped in. That's cool. He was #1 at that time. Of course, Chad goes and snipes in. Very good. Ultimate Region 3. Very good. Proud of you, man. But Miss Julia didn't do all too well. I have to, all too badly. I have to say, she was in the top 50 here. Where were you? You were like 36 at one point, weren't you? Ah, they knocked you off. Totally uncool. Where have they knocked you off to? Can't I see you anymore? Are you seeing yourself? The Chad, yes. You had to play this game for work. Tell me more about this. Oh, Portal. Do you know Portal is another idea? That is a good idea, actually, Nancy. Portal with RTX features. I haven't checked that out. 51, there she is. 51, Julia. All right. The professionals arrived. Let's see what this looks like. Let me know if the audio is okay, or if it's too loud, the game audio, if it's too quiet. Is the vision okay? Have I got the... Because sometimes when there's night rides, I tend to, yes, you see, mess with the brightness a little bit. This is much more palatable. There we go. So mirror mode. It means it always goes the other way than I think it is. Uh-oh. It's that course. Yeah, I remember. That's painful. Play this game for work. That'd be cool. Portal is a good idea. Portal with RTX features. I love it. Oh, cool. And you played this game or Portal? Sorry, Horizon. I'm just, you know, a little bit confused. Which game did you play for work? This one or Portal? Could possibly be Portal. That's a classic. Not entirely sure. Oh dear. If the RTX version is actually better than the non-RTX version. I mean, you know, it looked quite okay without RTX last time I checked. Oh, Jay, get it together. So this Superbike, they give you a ride and a bike that is randomly created here, in case you didn't know this. So not even the developers know if this is actually a drivable course until they try it. Man, this is uncool. Julia tells me this is a really nice course. Vers Lewis disagrees. Fantastic. Vers Lewis disagrees. This is the first time I was in the press, by the way, back in London, and a journalist quoted me with that. I disagreed on something that had to do with light boxes and where they're going, I think. Since then, Julia and I just go, you know, Vers Lewis disagrees. Man, is it actually possible to get over here? Or is it, oh, there we go. Can I just take the alternate route? Not being that interested in doing good time. I'm just, you know, hopefully I'm getting the checkpoints. I see sometimes when you take a different route, these are not checkpoint for you. And that is, you know, of course, deadly sin in this game. So that's basically death. That means, you know, yeah, so I can probably reach the finish line, but if I don't find the gates to go through, I'm toast, man, I'm toast. Okay, let's try this again. The trick is, don't jump too hard. You don't even have to accelerate to get over here, right? That is totally the trick. and then you just need to drive and not crash. Okay, that's really all there's to it. Super easy. Aha, checkpoint. All right. Exciting. Portal with RTX features. Hey, I'm in for that. Jeremy told me about another interesting game earlier. He said it's currently, whoops, it's currently $2.99 on Steam. It's called Remains, and it's been described as a mixture of Subnautica, or sorry, Raft in space with elements of Breath Edge in there. So it's a bit like, you know, Raft in space. And it's by an indie developer. It's got low poly graphics, just like this one. Hey, can we go down here? Not that we should, but I mean, can we? We can. Was it wise? We don't know. Oh yes. We go down here. We don't crash. We stare death in the face and say, come on buddy, let's have a chat. This can't be so bad. Yes, I like. Oh yeah, and then this in mirror mode, it's just, everything's different. You think you recognize it, but it's completely different. That was a big thing in Gran Turismo, I remember. Aha! Boom! But that's okay, I made it over the finish line. It's okay. 167. That's not bad. Rafting in space, right? Could be good. Could be good. My goodness. Hey, I'm enjoying this larger space of looking at chat. I may have to go and make it slightly bigger if that works. First time I'm using the pop-out chat in YouTube. So my aging eyes, can I be bigger here? Yes. Hey, that works. I'm liking that. $70. What's that game? Oh my god, I forgot. I've scrolled right past that. Forspoken? Really? I don't know what. I don't think that that rings a bell, Camilla. I did have a look at the Hogwarts thing, but it's really not my genre. I would just look at it and say I don't get it. This is one of those things. Hey, sci-fi shooter, I can live with that. Yeah, one of those things. 167. I think I can improve that. $70 though. My goodness. Let me try this again. So the idea is we go down here. We don't jump. We just gently accelerate. And then to get really good time, you just do vast amounts of shortcuts, which I know nothing about on this course. But Julia's been particularly good at this, I have to say. This is congrats. I think, yeah, 36 you were at one point. That's crazy good. Well, that's kind of accidentally worked out okay here. I think we do double penalty as well, so that's tricky. Yeah, that sounds like I could go down there, couldn't it? Is that how we do that? We casually smuggle ourselves down here? Oh my, yes. Oh, and then come the crazy parts here, where you don't want to jump into some kind of rock. Ah, man. Ooh, yes. No! But almost. Just go behind. You don't even go on the path. They put the path there so that you don't go on it. That's what they do, these developers. Made in Berlin, by the way. I'm not sure if this is part of the course. Even if I do the finish, I'm not sure if this is actually part of the course. Too ambitious, Jay, too ambitious. Either not ambitious enough, or no, look at that. Good stuff. Go down here, avoid rock. Quickly go the right way. Not necessarily the wrong way. Also, the superbike, it's not something you can play in the regular game, so nobody's really got any experience with it. Oh yeah, and this is I'm sure there's a way to avoid this loop too. That was fast. It felt fast. 105! Maybe I can get up in the top 100. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, don't get forspoken. Gotcha. The end. Lol. I like it. Do you know the best speeds? I don't think so, Horizon. I think you get the best speeds by doing the most amounts of shortcuts. So you get like these vast things where you think, is that a path? And then you just jump into oblivion, and that gets you to a point that then you know, skips a whole lot of the path. So the best way to get good at this is to not drive the path at all. I mean, you know, stick to them, but if there's loops, it's good to just go straight and cut out the loops. And that's how these real heroes of mine do it, like your Chad and Rich. I mean, they're unbelievable. When you see their rides, it's like they would literally just keep going this way, and they'd be just, you know, jumping onto points in midair, and they would just, you know, they're just good at this. I find this extremely relaxing, this game. You see this here at the top. Let me just crash by deliberately here. Like at the very top there, I could have possibly just gone straight down, potentially. Like this may also be something like a, you know, I could just go straight over here. See, that's a good idea. Let's cut that path bit out altogether. And then, you know, be a little bit more careful. Careful, Jay, careful. Whoa! And I think part of the fun of this game is figuring out... it's not going to work, is it? Part of the fun is figuring out which shortcuts you can safely take and how to take them. Yes, yes, I like. Kind of drawn to this. I don't even know if that's a good idea, but it must have been, because it did work last time. And let me just go down here carefully. Don't jump on the rock. Don't jump on the rock. And then you don't. Ideally, don't do that, because that's not gonna be healthy. Ooh. And then don't crash, panic crash. Yeah, like here, I'm sure I can somehow get down here without having to do that loop, you know. It's just, I'm thinking maybe just here. Yes, that works. Yeah, well, we're still practicing here. Or even closer over here, is that a possibility? Yes, there is a possibility. Nice! 128! But I wasn't good, because I crashed 7 times and that just took 7 seconds off me. Dang, buddy. Uncool. So how were you doing network latency with this game then, Horizon? That's a fascinating thought, that is. Hey, Mr. Chris, how's it going? Mr. Chris, I'm having coffee, of course, from the official Chris Cox coffee mug, available from Chris's Redbubble store, just in case you need a fully, like, what is that, 290, 320 degree printed cup. Very, very cool. I can very recommend that. Coffee just tastes so much nicer from the original Chris Cox coffee mug. Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you. Steve, what's new in your life? I keep looking at the 3D renders that you're making. Very cool. Haven't heard from you in a while, but then life is busy. I totally agree, certainly with me. Hope you're doing okay. Just making sure that you are. That should work indeed. Indeed. I like it, Julia. I like it. I think the bot will take care of it. He's a little bit slower here on YouTube, but come on, bot. Yes! Bot's working. Bot's woken up. Do make sure to follow Brian. He makes these amazing animations. This is kind of, Brian, this is half why I was thinking of playing Epistory as well, because it is about a writer and the whole game is played with a keyboard. So interesting. I haven't looked at it, but it was free, I believe, last week on Epic up until Thursday. Let's see, any more shortcuts to find? Yeah, not like that. Dude, seriously. There might even be something along the lines of here. That might be, oh yeah. And had I taken the other path, I don't know if that's the correct route. There's something else we can, no, see, I don't think this is the right route. I'm sure I've missed a few checkpoints here. While we can't go this route, if you were to do that, I think it'll tell you, if you do get to another checkpoint, it would just say, no, you've missed something. Yeah, while this is a route down the mountain, is not the route that I'm supposed to take. Oh, I'm actually pleased with my, yeah, there we go, missed checkpoint. Dang! So I can go all the way to the end, but that's not going to count. Super mean. So we're not going that way. Might we be going this way? Yes, possibly. Yes. It's that straight line I was talking about. Sweet. Careful with the landing and with the rocks. Oh, that works too. I'm impressed. Come on. Can we get into the top 100? And then the tragic thing is you get into the top 100 and you're really proud of yourself, and then you wait 2 hours and then you're like 20 points below that, because that's just when other players join. Yeah, that would have been a better way to drive that, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yes, Julia streams this every day on her Twitch channel. Make sure to follow Julia as well, because it's really nice to just have this in the background. No commentary, just gameplay. Dang. Oh, that works. Is that good? That can't be good. Oh, that works as well? I'm telling you, you learn so many new things in this game all the time. And look at all the amount of seconds I've shaved off there casually. I wasn't even particularly fast. And if I were to avoid these 7 crashes, I would totally be in the top 100. Good stuff. Busy but good. 3D keeps you on your toes. That is fantastic, Steve. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. That is really cool. I found that, and it's funny, Brian was saying something like that to me. Similarly, over the winter months here, when it was cold, like end of last year, I got really busy, and towards the end of the year, I really felt that hibernation slump, and I didn't have a lot of energy. And my motivation to do 3D things was really not high. And that lasted for about a couple of months. And it's a tendency that I get every year almost, that there's something that just kicks me into hibernation, and I need to really take it easy and do less and sleep more and do more chillaxing things. And it's now coming back. Now I'm excited again about 3D and doing things. So it's that's kind of cool. Very, very nice. Sauerkraut Autonaut. That is a great name. Sauerkraut Autonaut. Welcome. Good to see you. Mr. Neville, how's it going? Very good to see you. Good morning, sir. Neville, no, don't hide Neville. Neville's a frequent visitor. Bring Neville back. Doom Guy, how's it going? Thank you, Camilla. Sorry about that, Neville. Press the wrong button. Hey, these things can happen. Doom Guy, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Who's Avery? I don't know who Avery is. I'm just going to earn the side and say, hey, that was a compliment. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to get into the top 100 on today's daily ride on the Greater Horn Mountain in Lonely Mountains downhill. Let's see if we can make it happen. Right? That's what I'm thinking. 7 seconds. And we have double penalty, so usually every crash takes half a second off at the end. And it's a course, I mean, it's a fairly easy course. It's a difficult bike. They didn't put any, what's it called? Obstacles in. So let's go and do this again. Full concentration. Good to see you, Neville. Oh no, I accelerated. Massive issue. Oops, that was, oh, that did work. Sometimes I'm impressed when you jump and things actually did work and you didn't crash. Totally unexpected. Did we go over here? Yes, we did. So if this was with the Boar bike, it would be a little easier for me to control the bike. This super bike has really high values in pretty much everything, and it's sometimes ever so slightly uncontrollable. If it does this, once you're in the air, there's really nothing you can do to steer. It's a bit like being in mid-air in 3D, I think. Mid-air in space, I was going to say. Dang. Not looking good for getting less than 7 crashes, huh? But what I find super fascinating is you keep doing this over and over, and eventually you just get it and you just relax into it and learn where to brake, learn where not to get off the freaking cliff. Yes, yes. Oh, we can do that. That's a large loop. Do the short loop. Don't crash into here, and then, you know, we're good. Do this, go straight over here, avoid that. That's another second. Don't do that, because that could be, that's not good, because dang! That tree. Do you know, sometimes the camera in this game is so bad because it kind of auto follows. So if there's an obstacle just in front of you, there's no way you can even see where the rider is. It's part of the charm of this game. This is on Game Pass, by the way, if you want to check it out. And it's a very nice low poly simplistic game, but it's extremely tough to master. And the real cracks, they do such an awesome job. You see, I'm going to go down here. Yes! Yes! Then avoid the rocks. And then go, well, you know. We can make that better. I can feel it. Look at that. I mean, 106, and that's with 9 seconds penalty. So funny. You did, Neville? That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope you didn't get hurt. Come on, let's do this one more time. Sometimes going fast, sometimes going slow is the better alternative. And, you know, not crash. That sounds good. That is, that sounds, yes, that could be, yes, okay, fine. No, don't, sometimes you touch a rock. Ah, come on. And he's stuck. I turned the wrong way. I crash against the rock. Kind of hovering on the rock there. Dang. Ouch. Yeah, I miss biking as well. If I haven't done it in a while, I totally miss it. Julia and I, we cycle literally everywhere here in Miami Beach. But then we don't have a car, so... Which is very atypical for living in America and not having a car. What are we thinking? And it keeps you fit casually at the same time. At the same gap. Dang it. Come home, brother. Dang. Go slush fund me. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. That is a very cool title, I gotta say. Very good name. Go over here. I accidentally went on the path there. Totally didn't recognize where I was going. Oh man. This bit, the game is so right. I could do with some practice here. Okay, so I keep sliding off here. Let me just crash deliberately so I can practice this a little bit more. Stay up. Then when you come down, first of all go straight and then just keep on the right there. Gotcha. Now I'm going to try this again. Because, you know, it's always good to practice the stuff you can't do rather than do what you can do. Ah, yes. Because that is how we get better. Eventually stopping, yes. I suppose you would. Come on. Careful now. And just go straight here. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Cool. Then here, we do that. And then we just go straight down here, I think. Do we? Yeah, no, don't do that. Just stay on the path there. This is cool, go do this. Don't do that either. Or that. And then we go like this here. Stay on the path. Don't go too fast there. Slow down here. Just go. Easy casual, no. Okay, and this is my other thing here that I need to learn because, yeah, I could try to do it further over to the left. Oh no, I can't because that's too large. So I could do it here. Ah, that would work. Oh, that would work. And then get that shortcut here as well. Whew. You just do normal bike rides, Horizon? Dinaki, how's it going? Welcome. At 174. Hey, a disgrace. I say a disgrace. But the thing is, you know, we were practicing, so... Okay, come on. We can do this, right? Top 100. Visualize the top 100. Don't accelerate. I mean, you don't, I mean, obviously accelerate, but don't do the other thing. Sprint is what I was trying to say. Up until here, I think we're good. Now comes the tough stuff, where we go down here. The real professionals go dive right into here. Don't crash into that rock. Or into that rock. Go back here and make sure you don't do that. Also make sure you don't crash into the other tree. Like graze it like so, yes. Then you do, oh, missed my turn. Dang, fine. And then we do this. I can feel it. Don't go too fast here. Go down here, do this. Do that here. And then comes kind of the tricky part, I guess, where I said, can we go down here? See, yes. And then maybe if you don't crash into other things, that might just be what we need. Oh, dang, Jay, don't do that. And maybe that's not actually that big a time saver than just trying it here. So I need to get this end bit right. I need to do something that's, you know, better here. That doesn't crash me into the rocks. Yeah, that might work. No. How did you drive this bit at the end, Julia? Did you do the loop that we're supposed to do, or did you cleverly circumvent that somehow? Less crashes, but also not that fast. Not that fast. I went straight. Yeah, I thought you might have been. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Top 100. Whoops. If that happens, then it's game over. And it happens sometimes. It's just like, you know, who knows why? It just does. I keep thinking I could probably go to the left here, couldn't I? Let me do this again. Like, rather than go down and go, well, to my left, I could probably go right. Let's see if we can do that. Like, you know, do this. Not so much there, but perhaps here. Is that cool? Or is that, am I insane? Am I seeing things? I'm seeing things. Totally seeing things. Let me try that. That could be another interesting twist. I'll go down here first, then go down here. Is that recommended? Probably not. No! Dang! Is that merit to my thinking here, or is that all? Is that a little bit too advanced? Because if I could make that happen, it would... Or do we just go down from here rather than turn that way? Maybe we go down. They're always trying to shave off another second here. Oh man, don't do that. Like, you know, do this. That really? That's a different course, isn't it? I don't recognize this bit. No, now I do. Now I do. So there's merit in doing that then. And thank you for your vote of confidence, Horizon. I appreciate that. Sure, I win this. Just gotta, oops, that's the wrong, I wouldn't mean to do, I was gonna go here. You accidentally go the correct way and then you don't recognize the course anymore. Curious. Yes, up to here, good stuff. And the last bit, I just need to work on, Jay. Get it together. Oh no, don't do that. Jeremy and Beard Goblin, whoops, were also on dear. Playing this game. I survived that? That's crazy. Jeremy and Beard Goblin are also playing this game casually every once in a while. Yeah, so the normal way, we're supposed to go this way. Well, I mean, this is how you can go. But, you know, it's one turn more if I can avoid that. Oh my, really? 115? 70? Whoa. That's kind of unexpected. There's me thinking maybe I'll improve by 2-3 points. 70! That's like improved by 30 points! You believe in me, Camilla. You all believe in me. That is so, so nice of you. Thank you so much. That's very much appreciated. Very, very cool. Hey, I mean, that is a high note, isn't it? I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Oh, now that I've got the way, can we improve 70? Can we do 69? 70 is hard to beat now. Yeah, I thought I'm going to beat myself in, like, you know, small increments. That is the coolest emoji, Julia. Very, very cool. This often happens that you go, oh, maybe I could do better than this. And then, of course, you know, it turns into a total disaster. Like the clever people, they retreat and say, hey, that was a real high note. I'm going to go and, you know, step back now. What is Jay going to do? Is Jay going to try again? Or this game is so much fun, Doom Guy. It's such a casual, simple-looking thing. Let me show you, before we do this, perhaps again, let me show you some of the other bits and pieces here. Oh, I should have looked at the leaderboard. Leaderboard, today's run. Is Jay in here? Yeah, sometimes you don't, sometimes they don't show you because the leaderboard server needs to kind of catch up or whatever. Yeah, so the real, like the real game is really that you have these 5 mountains, and I think one of them is a DLC that you can buy, and these are, like, this one was Greater Horn, and each mountain has several courses here that you can then go and unlock, and the more you do, the better stuff you can get, and then you can get different bikes and unlock different outfits and something like that. So like this would be Breeze Scarf 240. Look at that. Let me try that with the Trailblazer. Okay, interesting. So this is the course, and you can sometimes see where you might be able to shave time off if there's a like a big wiggly thing twice in a row. You could think, hey, if I can find a shortcut that gets me straight through there, then I don't have to do this, like the figure of 8 thing, and that's how you then save time. 240 for the Breeze Scarf, hey, with the Trailblazer. I don't have to do this with the Trailblazer. For 230 with the Trailblazer and less than 18 crashes, I get a paint job. Let me remove this challenge here and just go for this here. Maybe the Breeze Scarf. Maybe I can get it. Maybe I can get it. This is my current outfit, and I'm going to use the Boar. So each bike that you buy has different properties, and the Boar is a very stable bike. The one that I just drove in the daily challenge is something that was more like, well, it's high in everything. So you can see the properties here. The Trailblazer is kind of, okay, Grasshopper is the first bike you start with, and the others you have to unlock. I'm going to use the Boar. And then with this here, you can then customize it. You can go and pick a different paint job for your bike. Maybe this one. Well, that one, actually. Mechanica. And you can also customize your rider, so you can have different outfit. It can be Santa, Loki, Viper, Winter Sweater, Christmas Elf. That's very nice. The Alchemist, the Diver Suit. Different helmet. Santa helmet. Maybe this one that matches the bike. And you can pick a backpack, so sometimes it's an actual backpack. Or you can go with wings, or you can have no backpack. Bag of presents. I'm thinking maybe these. And I'm beginning to think perhaps the helmet isn't all that good. Maybe this is a good outfit. Let's go do this. Come on. And then you go for the ride. Celebrate the success. Yes, you need bones fixed. Yes, weight maps painted. Nancy, exactly. Steampunkerama. That's so the daily challenges, they all happen on randomized tracks on these things. So sometimes they put random obstacles in, sometimes they mirror the whole track, sometimes they put it on night mode, sometimes they remove all the checkpoints. You have to do the whole course without crashing once. It's all crazy. Okay, and I need to beat 240. I may have ridden this course, oops, before. This is now a different bike, so it handles completely different. Will I go on the path? No, of course not. Jay goes, dives into the fog, and you have to kind of guess where you're going, but, it's how this works. This is also slightly scary because, you know, you take this casual and slow and... Dang, brother, that's cool. You take this nice and slow and you don't get the time. Monda Haraga, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome to the stream if you're watching. I'm sure there was a way to go over here. Thankfully, the crashes in these rides, in the normal game, I don't think they matter. Okay, forget about it. We may not be able to do that from that checkpoint there. Next time, I'll try not to accelerate there. Just drive over here, and you don't make it that way. Dang. 240 my foot. Maybe I'm just going to ride this course without trying to beat the time first time around, huh? Supported by Medienbord Berlin-Brandenburg. Awesome. And Kickstarter supporters. Sometimes when you crash into particular places, you can see a quote by Kickstarter supporters, which is just so fun. It's a fun thing to do that. Man, this is how we ride this course. I thought. Isn't that the case? Like this, and then you don't crash in here, you land, indeed. And you just go past the birds. It's very chillaxing when you do it before bedtime. And not crash all the time. Maybe the boar... Maybe it's not quite possible with the boar here. I'm sure there we go. I'm sure we've done this with the boar many a time. I'm also sure we could go over here. Wasn't that what we could do at one point? I thought we could. No, Jay, we can't. Stop trying. It's not going to work. I think maybe if you approach it at a slightly different angle. There's some crazy, crazy mountains and crazy courses in here. Beautiful scenery. Like this is a great example of beautiful scenery. But this is just the foggy mountain tip that we're starting on. Whoops. Let me just go through the wilderness here. Ah, man. Is this the right way? I can't tell. Possibly. That's not the right way, Jay. That is straight into the rock. Sure, there's a shortcut just straight through here. That doesn't go through the rock. Switch off collisions. Oh man. This is made in Unity, by the way, by a team of really small, just a small group of programmers, like 3 or 5 people who made this whole thing. And all the assets were made in Blender, by the way. Very cool. Everything was created in Blender, and then the animations were done in Maya, I think. Dang! But this was the personal best, really. Are you sure? I can't quite believe it. Is this actually the right way? I think we're going up the mountain. Clues in the title, Jay. Lonely Mountains downhill. Okay, fine. Not in the river. Dang. Nothing travels faster than the speed of light, with the possible exception of bad news, which obeys its own special laws. Correct, Mr. Adams. Too funny. Okay, so this is the way to go. I was totally facing the right way. And then I chickened out thinking, nah, I'm approaching this the wrong way. Surely. Personal best, really? I'm in good form today. He says crashes head first into a roving river from a 200-foot drop. No! Come on! Ah, what a shame. There are other ways to go as well, so I don't have to jump here. I can go down here, I think. Or rather, the other side. The other left. Almost. Doesn't look like you can, but once you're on the right path, you can go behind the waterfall, where if you're a game developer, you should always hide some kind of unlockable goodie, whether it's a hidden package or something. There are alternate routes that you can apply. Points? What? Okay, this is a little fast. We go off the path, of course. Jay, are you insane? Don't do that. Oh my, I did it! I did it, I wasn't even trying! I got the breeze scarf, look at that! Wow. 28 crashes, that's a little bit steep, but hey, I did it! Is that cool or what? That was a surprise success. That was, I had no idea that was going to happen. I thought I was going to do really badly, but no, look at my times. I improved on so many sections. This is cool. This is cool, isn't it? Woo-hoo! Have you tried this game, Steve? It's on Game Pass if you want to check it out. It's deceptively simple and it's so addictive because it's more like a puzzle game almost than it is a race. Thank you, Nancy. The funniest emotes. The funniest emotes. Well, technically I'm at 230, so maybe I can unlock the paint job for the bike, for the other bike. It would be a different bike, but let's try this again. Let's try this again. Continue to menu, pick different bike, and let's try this again. Greater Horn, number 5. So yeah, this one. Unlock paint job for the Trailblazer, because the area is a great paint job, I gotta say. Slightly different bike. So much fun. I'm really glad that YouTube are doing this, that they're giving us a few more interesting emotes. I actually have on my J Plays channel, there's a feature that was unlocked for literally a few weeks. That's gone away since then, but that is a bit like on Twitch, where every chatter has a different random color. So not just the name, but your actual message looks different. And they're all super colorful. And I thought, hey, that looks nice. I hope they're going to turn that into, I hope they're going to turn that into a regular feature. Oh, so it can be done. See, it was difficulty with the boar, but this one here, the area, totally did that. The Trailblazer totally did that. All right, 230, here we come. Or rather 228 or something like that. Yes, I hope they're going to roll that feature out because it works on every live stream and on every premiere. And I thought that actually looks, not only does it look very nice, where are we here? Not only does it look very nice, it also makes it just much easier to distinguish who's saying what. It's a nice feature. I like that from Twitch. It looks like YouTube are doing something similar. Yes, I think it was only accidentally unlocked because it's now gone away again. Which one was the really good path that I had here? I think it was here and then just keep going. Was that it? Yeah, this I don't think was the path, Jay. Or was it? Oh, the scarf! I totally forgot about the scarf. Do you know what, Julia? That is a great idea. Let me just go and start again with the scarf, because we've just unlocked something and I totally forgot to actually even check it out. So go back here, same challenge, but customize the rider backpack here. This is what we've unlocked, the breeze scarf. Maybe that doesn't really go with the rest of the outfit here. Let me see what there's. There's a different kind of. Actually, I do like the steampunk hat. Let's leave that like that. But then the outfit, I think, diver suit. No, not the diver suit. I'm thinking something that goes and matches the scarf. Could be the blue mustard, or the extravaganza with the blue scarf. Really, turning right at the checkpoint. Julia, thank you so much. I'm totally going to do that. Now we need to maybe match the bike with this. With horns. Cheetah. Now we're going to stick with this. That's kind of matching. Hey, I appreciate the tip. Let's try that. So on the second checkpoint, turn right. Gotcha. Breeze scarf, freshly unlocked. Got that fresh scarf smell to it still. Look at that. Even I was surprised. That was... Don't mess it up, don't... Yeah, nice. Good landing. That's awesome. Trailblazer. Good bike, that. Don't do that. I think it lands slightly better than the boar. The boar is great at these jumps. You can do that really well. Sometimes you land on it with the wrong angle and... Imagine making all these assets in Blender. Today I make a little tree. So you're saying turn right here? That's probably not the checkpoint you mean. Right, no, this is what you mean. This is actually what I'm looking for as well. This here. And just cut out that whole... Don't! Like this here, this whole section. Cut that out. Is this the checkpoint you mean? Because you just go here. Keep going straight. Give it to me straight, doctor. Go straight into a pot of... Dang. The rocks! Time and time again. Bloody rocks. This looks good. Thinking this also looks good. Now... Should I maybe... Now I'm back on the right track, aren't I? This is not really the path, but this is an epic shortcut to go down here, right? Yes. Yes! 3 seconds slower, Jay. You're not going to make that time up, are you? How are you going to get that area paint job? And not like this, you don't. And it's all just the whole pixelated thing is so cool. Like the when he goes and bangs his head and these big cubes just jump out as particle effects. That's just cute. That is just so cute. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Whoops. I was thinking I could... Oh, take a break. There's a break spot down there. Oh, that is nice. I don't think I've found that before. That is a nice cue. Those are like few things that are hidden in the game. Whoops. Come on. Let's find that point to take a break. And just look at the nice scenery. You don't worry about the rocks. Where was that? Down here? Where did I find that? Yeah, I think we're already too far, aren't we? Or was it right there in the middle? Oh, is that where that break point is? This here on the left. I could, yes, good point. Had I just literally pressed it while I was falling. I think I know where it is now. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. That's just so cute. And they're dotted around through every mountain. There's these little places. You come across them by accident, or you can hunt for them in Freeride Mode, and you can say, oh, this is kind of nice. You sit here and just enjoy the view. Awesome for a holding loop, I'm thinking. Oh, hair color you can also change. Very cute. Oh, look at him. He's cute. And the buttercups is like, I think what I really like about low poly is that it's like a sketch, really, like a digital sketch. And you just hint at, well, this is what the buttercups would look like, even though they only have 12 vertices or something. It's very cute. Yeah, you gotta take a break. Sometimes put your... Yeah, mozzies. Dang, watch for the mozzies. Put your feet in the water. Indeed, yes. Recovering from smashing into the rocks repeatedly. It's nice as a screensaver in the background. And then when you're ready to rock, let's go back. Can we turn around here? Is this a way out? Kind of. Or is it? No. I don't think I can get out of here. Okay, back from the checkpoint then. I have a feeling that area paint job may have to wait. $2.30. My goodness. We're not even nearly there yet. I have a feeling there's a huge chunk to come. There's a whole getting down the mountain and all. Whew. Kind of this way. Yeah, 230. Not gonna happen, I don't think. Oh, you survived that, buddy. Good stuff. Ah, dang. 18 crashes. We're in the limit there. Whoa. Dang. Oh, I see. So the best thing, I suppose, here is then just to cut the bit out before we get into the tunnel. Like this. So not necessarily stay on the grey bit all the way down, just to use it as a shortcut. Like so, maybe? Dang! I like making the same mistake 60 times in a row. So 5 seconds faster and don't do 18 crashes, and I think, you know, we can do it. The Beard Goblin, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. We were just talking about you earlier. Ready to rock. Yes, that is maybe not the correct phrase to use in this game. How you been, sir? How have you been? Haven't seen you on the leaderboard in a while. Neither have I seen Jeremy for a while, but during the Christmas period, like Beard Goblin and Jeremy and Julia and I, we really joined the daily rides, and that was just very nice. I'm going to try to get the area paint job for the Trailblazer in Greater Horn, and I feel like I'm kind of nearly there. I did this in just over 230, like 231, and let's see if we can do this. Which also sadly means I have to do this on the Trailblazer to unlock a paint job for the Trailblazer. That's sometimes the additional challenge, that if you have something that they want you to do, a paint job needs to be, you need to ride the course with the bike that the paint job is for. Because, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Nice one. Almost did me a favor that I ran out of steam here, out of stamina. Oh wow. Sometimes I'm thinking, really, that worked? Come on, buddy. Straight into the secret path here. As it's now known henceforth. Also, avoid the tree if you can. Keep going back here and then go. Yes. This is the way, isn't it? Go to the back way there. Dang, missed it. Missed my turn. Okay, here's another chance. That's more like it. Okay, that could have possibly gone a little bit faster there. And I think I did that on previous runs. That was much faster on previous runs. I could also do with a lot more stamina, I find. I feel like I'm running, whoops. I'm running out of stamina on the Trailblazer, like so fast. Oh, there's another potential shortcut over there. We could jump over to the other island. See what happens then. Come on, dude. Ah, yes, I wasn't gonna go down that fast. But yes, definitely over... No, don't do it. Over here. Okay, let's do this again. Let's do it again. When you want to crash, you don't crash. Gravity certainly works, doesn't it? Yeah, so because there's a nice little shortcut here that when you come off this, you brake and you just go to the side behind the waterfall. And when you play your cards right, man, Stamina, come back here. We need you. Oh, that's a nice shortcut straight down there. That would have been really nice. Well, next time, huh? Into the grey bit. Into the light, Leland. Into the light. What did I just say? Okay, fine. It's... And then not into that rock. Gotcha. Man, that's just so much to remember. Fast here, slow there, not into the rock there. That could have gone faster. Is it fast enough to get the paint job though? Like that. Beautifulness. Come on, Stamina, buddy. Not enough for the paint job. What a shame. As you get older, that was a very good quote actually, Steve. As you get older, 3 things happen. The first is your memory goes, and I can't remember the other 2. Yes, Steve. Do we have a shout out for Steve? Let's find out. Look at Doomguy's question. I've made a custom asset in Blender and importing it into DAZ Studio. It's mirrored. I don't know why. It's like if we set the scale to -100 in DAZ. That's probably not happened in DAZ Studio. Like, I have a feeling. Could it be that you're just looking mirrored? No idea. Sorry. Pass. I have no idea. Steve Backdoor 3D guy. I thought we did have a shortcut for him. No, no idea. That's never happened to me. All I can suggest is check your export settings. See if Y is up, and that is a fascinating. That's fascinating. That is fascinating. I have no idea why that would have happened. Let's have a quick look while we're here, because that is that's just mysterious. So all I can imagine is that it has something to do with the export settings. So like imagine we had, come on Blender, get it together Blender. Oh, there we go. So if I'm looking from the front, this is my front here. And if I'm thinking like I'll extrude something out of here, just so that we have, that we have something like this. So just inset that here. Hello, we know inset. There we inset, dude, inset there, extrude out, just so that we know, what's what. That's perfect. That's my hello there. So this is what that looks like. This thing points to the right. If I go and export that out now, or GZ1 as well, so that it's resting on the ground floor here. So if I go and say export this with the new FBX exporter here, or OBJ exporter, the only thing I can imagine is that maybe you set these axes incorrectly. So like I use this, so select it only, and then I say -Z for the forward axis, and the up axis is Y. And that's really all that needs to happen, aside from apply vertex groups. So I'm thinking if you apply Z instead of -Z, maybe that mirrors it. You also have that selected. Interesting. Let me go and see what happens if I go and import that into DAZ Studio now. Just just as a that's fascinating. I love quirky things like that. When in doubt, blame Blender, or mirror the model before you export it. Then you're okay again. That's not. Maybe you have mirror mode enabled in Blender, that everything that gets exported is mirrored. It's a plugin. Isn't that cool? And then, we can just quickly debate, hey, that's an interesting thing. Let's see if we can fix that. So untitled, I'm sure going to remember what that was next time. And from here, I'll just go and pick the Modo scale and leave everything else as it is, with nothing inverted selected here. And if I look from the front, yeah, this looks correct. So this is pointing the correct way. And this is DAZ Studios X here. So if I go and do that again, and just for fun and science, what happens if we go and make that -X, invert positive direction? What happens then? And then it still comes in correctly. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because what would need to happen for this to be exported mirrored? You'd literally have to. Is there a rotation that you can apply? Hive mind activated. Yes. And you're using this OBJ exporter, right? Not this one. And you're using Blender 3.4. Right, I'm thinking. It's called Untitled 2. And see if we can do, is there anything else? A scale set to 1? I'm thinking if that's maybe set to, no, -1 doesn't even work. So if I set that to Z, does that do something else now? Just out of curiosity. I mean, you already said you didn't do that, so yes, there we go. That makes it mirrored. So it's then Z versus -Z. So in order for this to come out mirrored, you've got forward axis Z. So this mirrors it, whereas this exports it properly. I think we've solved the problem. So forward axis -Z, up axis Y, and then it comes out correct. Whereas when you put forward axis Z, then it comes out mirrored. That makes sense. I think we've solved the problem. So incorrect, correct. I think we've solved it. Okay, but no. Dang. You're using minus Z. Well, use Z instead. Then it'll be okay. But that's the thing that mirrors it. So, you know, if you're using Blender 3.0, do I still have that version? Just out of curiosity. So I know that version was using the legacy exporter, and we didn't have those options. Minus Z forward. Oh yeah, okay. I'll see if I still have it. Blender 3.0. Let me have a look. I have so many versions of Blender. I never like deleting them, you know. 3.0, okay, yeah, I have it. Yeah, that just had that legacy exporter. Yeah, that's the only thing I can suggest. We know what mirrors it now, so if yours comes out mirrored, even with the correct settings, just put that to positive and then it'll work. It's just an interesting one that it just, you know, it doesn't do that by default. So front again, GZ1, tab into edit mode, face mode, inset this, extrude that. Export, we only had one, and let's call this one untitled, well, untitled 3, because that's, you know, selection only with my default settings, which are here, minus Z and Y. See what that looks like if I import that here. The Z mirror? No, that's correct. Looking from the front, that's the back, so look from the front. And then if I go and do this again, with Z forward, then it comes in mirrored. Yeah, so Z, swap Z. Does that solve the problem? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Crazy that. I mean, yeah, like somebody was suggesting this, I forgot who, I just saw it. But if you wanted to mirror this here, you can also go and use the X scale. So like in our case, if I wanted to do minus 100%, then the object gets mirrored. The only issue with that is that the normals now point in the wrong direction. So that is something else I would probably check. So on the object that you're exporting, I would go and have a look at the face orientation and just make sure it's all blue. So the problem, if we do this in Blender now, if I go SX -1, the Blender does it correctly, but DAZ Studio doesn't. So if I were to export the object from DAZ Studio and bring it in here, we would see that the normals are calculated the wrong way. So like if I just select this face here and is it Shift N? Yes, Shift N. And then I say inside, there we go. If you find that things look red with the face orientation, then that means the normals are pointing the wrong way. So you want the blue stuff on the outside, not the red stuff. So that could have something to do with it. But yeah, normals are correct. Okay. Interesting, isn't it? Sometimes you just come across these things and you think, hey, that's just bizarre. Z for the win. Yeah, look, I've made a camera. That's cool. Let's rig it in DAZ Studio. Yeah, very cool. Oh, back to the game. Okay, good stuff. I like it. I actually need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in just a second. Hang on. Mohammed, thank you so much for following. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. How exciting. Shall we try this again? See if we can do this area paint job here. I have a feeling we can just about do it. We can just about do it. We can totally do it. Every second counts, so there's already room for improvement here. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. So every time you don't go in a straight line, you go a little S shape. That is already not good. So we need to do within 230, and we need to also have fewer than 18 crashes. So I think 18 is okay. If we had 18 crashes, but 19 crashes would totally not be okay. I think that is how it works. It'll start flashing madly red, but we can disregard that if it comes to that. Dang. Okay, we can certainly do that better. I said better, I say. So do this. Kind of hang it here. Yeah, take this whole bit out. Yes, I have a good feeling about this. As the clock tells me, Jay, your feeling betrays you. Time and time again. Oh, that was fast. No, it wasn't. Ah, okay. Thanks. Thanks, timer, for putting me in my place. We can do this, come on. Area paint job. Oh no! Take a break. What a shame. Next time I fall, I'm gonna press triangle real quick. Nearly. No, not at the moment, Neville. I got your comment. Yes, it's currently a little bit hiatus until I have more time to devote to it. I'm sure it'll come back. And I'll let you know if and when that happens. Oh yeah, we need to do this shortcut here as well. Okay, don't crash here, don't crash there. Go straight onto the grey. Go join this there. Oh! No paint job. Despite a really good run at the end here. It's just no paint job for you. Huh. You're very welcome, Doom Guy. And also thank you for bringing such exotic issues to our attention, because it's just, you know, actually I think I'm gonna go try a different run. Yeah, thank you for bringing issues like that to our attention, because that's just, you know, that's just crazy stuff. Blender. Whispering Lake, was that a good? That was a really good run here. Explorer mode is nice. This looks extremely pretty. Should I do that on the Trailblazer? So this is a different mountain. Look at the pretty landscape. It's seriously nice. That is a shortcut here, I'm sure. Yes. So Explorer mode means you can crash, but they don't really time you. And it's kind of the first portion to unlock everything that this mountain has to offer. So the first time you just drive, you're not timed. Then the second time you ride and you get timed a little bit, and you get something, you get unlock something. Oops, can we go here? Yes, that'll, almost. Come on, Trailblazer, you can do this. Oops. I don't know how long it takes them to design one of these mountains. I'm kind of hoping there's more mountains as DLC content that'll come out. I just imagine it just takes a while. Because it's not just... So the mountains are then... They essentially have several tracks, even though you don't quite see them. Sometimes you come across paths that you think, oh yeah, I've seen that on a different trail, so I bet they all connect. Don't actually know how it's done. If every time you load, say, this trail, does the whole mountain geometry get loaded in, or do they have essentially several versions for each track you drive? I suppose they do, because that would make it more efficient for the game engine to load this. I mean, you know, I'm just guessing. I might be completely wrong. It might be easier to just load the whole mountain in and then let people do free rides. Wow. That is very cool. What a course! Behind the mountain, sure thing. That is very cool. Okay, obligatory crash? No, hasn't happened yet. What? Just goes to show, when you're not trying, it goes really well. And in the moment you try really hard, terrible things happen. Isn't that always the case? Finish line! Oh yes, good stuff. Fantastic. Woo, tree hugger. Hit 500 trees. That's nice. A common mistake that people make when trying to design something completely foolproof is to underestimate the ingenuity of complete fools. So true. Oh, is 8-ball not even doing anything anymore? Try just exclamation mark 8-ball. Does that work? Yeah, bot, what's going down? I should switch to the one that you have, Julia, and the one that Chris has now as well, the Stream Elements. Yeah, this is the custom or the local bot from Streamlabs. So I have to connect twice with the bot and the other guy and the real streamer account to make it work. Well, and now, since we've unlocked the first thing, now we have... Hang on. Is this the right one? Yeah, it must be. Now we have beginner open, and now if I were to write this in 3:15 or less, I get the Maris paint job for the Trailblazer. 22 crashes or less, I'm going to unlock the Lure outfit. Or here, if you're in Wales. Ocean backpack. Unlock paint job ball with the Maris. Let me try that. See what happens. Well, no. We don't want to. Do we want to do with the ball? I think this one sounds easier, so I'm going to remove this. I'm going to add that. Okay, here we go. 8-ball is broken. He knows we're not taking the advice seriously. They're absolutely correct. Oh, okay. Model was fine when you imported it with an N-gon with 9 sides. That is interesting, and perhaps there's a limit as to what DAZ Studio can handle in regards to N-gons. It can usually handle it fine, but yeah, that's another possibility. Triangulate before you export, or at least chop down that N-gon. Okay, I think it can handle N-gons okay usually, but no, actually sometimes it does have an issue. Sometimes it has an issue. I had this before where you import the object and in DAZ Studio it's fine, but it renders badly, or at least in the viewport it totally freaks out, and that's often when the N-gon isn't planar. So I think planar N-gons and planar quads can actually be handled by render engines, but I think as soon as one of the vertices is not planar with the others, I think that's when issues really happen. So yeah, 9-sided N-gon, that's a challenge. That is a challenge. Chop it down or triangulate. I'm glad you worked it out. So this is interesting. Maybe it just completely tripped up the importer in DAZ Studio. Hey, fixed, I like it. The door opening was not an open. Okay. Trailblazer. Let's do this again. I think we can unlock something here. Is that what you were trying to do? Doing a rigging? Come on, Trailblazer, you can do this. Oh yes. Casual. Careful, this could be tricky. There was a time I used to crash in this tunnel here quite a lot. Personal best, this is what we like to read. Every time we go through these gates. That might not be possible. Come on. And then there's water, and this is so fun. This here, I guess I was just thinking, wasn't there a thing like a shortcut thing like this? Yes. Jump through here. Was that so much faster? I can't tell. It was a shortcut. That's for sure. Oh, there's another one there. That would have been... We can do that next time. So many shortcuts in this little bit here. Whoops! You survived that? That is very good. This is a fun bit. So this also can be... There's several ways over this. Sort of whitewater rafting bit. And how the perspective changes, it's hilarious. Ouch! Wow, the bike! Ow! Watch the paint job! Poor bike. Same rock, again, I like it. I remember there was a really weird bug in this game once, and I only had it once, but the camera was constantly off, or was showing it from a different perspective than it should have shown it. So as a result, literally just normal gameplay was completely ruined. It's quite fun, I have to say. Shame we can't reproduce that bug. Come on, boar. I mean, Trailblazer. Woohoo! I've unlocked it all. Hey, that's good. I didn't mean to do that. That's very cool. So I got the lure outfit, got the Trailblazer Maris paint job, and I've got the ocean backpack. And this is nice, isn't it? Do the pro thing, yes. Turn everything off and on again. That'll help. N-gons don't render nicely with concave sides. Yeah, so again, the non-planar issue, that might be what's freaking it out. Even quads can have that issue. If you have a quad and it's not planar, like one vertex isn't in line with the others, like slightly further up or down, that's going to freak every render engine out. Incidentally, fun fact of render engines, they can't actually deal with either n-gons or quads. So before things are rendered, no matter with whatever render engine, everything is turned into triangles, because that's the only thing that they can render, because that's the only thing that they can guarantee is a flat surface. If you had a quad or an n-gon, that's never guaranteed to be a flat surface, so nothing could reflect from that. So they go and turn everything into triangles before they render it internally. But the problem is, if you give it a geometry with quads or n-gons, the triangulation may not happen the way we expect it, and that's what causes issues during rendering. So if you have something where you think, yeah, that looks weird, and I didn't see it in, during preview, and now when it comes out rendered, it looks totally weird, it's because there's an uncontrolled triangulation that happens. So if you triangulate it in a way that suits you and give it to the render engine, then it'll look fine in the render engine because you know where the triangles are. Ha ha ha. Fun facts, fun 3D facts with Jay. So is there then, we don't need to do this again then, we can just check our unlocked bits and pieces here. Let's do that, and then the next time we would do this, we could try, oh my god, if I did it in 2.36, I can probably go and unlock the boar paint job as well. Well, let's just do that, shall we? While we, of course, customize our rider here. So outfit, Did it say it was the Lure outfit? Loki is nice. Viper. Winter sweater. I could be the snowman with the scarf. Awesome. Lure. Or Lure. This is very cool. Triangulate. Yes, Brian. Absolutely. That is a good outfit. I like that. And backpack. Ocean backpack. Oh, it matches. That's cute, isn't it? Wow. Nice. I say. Back to bikes. Boar. What's what paint job do we have for the boar? Yeah, we need a good one. Area is good. Now that matches the outfit. Area is good. Let's see what Maris is like. Well, you can deliver it in quads as long as it's not, N-gons, I suppose. So N-gons, import it and see what they look like. Quads are usually fine in DAZ Studio. It's just that for rendering, every render engine triangulates. So quads are fine. Stick with quads. They are much nicer for us to handle. Render engines don't really care about them. But if you triangulate something that was quads, the geometry looks very, messy. Just because of all the extra lines in there. Keep it with quads for now. But if you have large N-gons, like 9-sided N-gons, yeah, chop those down. That's a good idea. 3D is not for the faint-hearted. You're so right, Steve. Traps everywhere. Yeah, use quads. Quads is good. Yes, quads is easier to model. So for us, quads are much easier, really. Quads are good for us. Come on. Oh, look at that paint job. That is nice. Can you imagine that nice blue front wheel gets dirty, gets brown over time? Ha. Personal best. Come on, that's good. We like the personal best touch. The speed. And after this, I need to show you this other DLC mountain, which is Eldfjord. That is, whoops, ow! That is a very cool mountain in Iceland, or I guess inspired by Iceland. There's also that other shortcut here that we can investigate. That goes off here. Ay, caramba! The bike! What's the paint job? Yeah, I think it goes over here, and then you can, oh yeah, you go over here. Can't tell if that is faster or not. It's just a cute little different route. There's so many other paths that you can take here. I'm not sure if that was better or not. Ow! Let's try it again. That was kind of cool. Whoops. So this way. Then perhaps this way. Oh, I should have stayed at the top there, I think. See if we crash again, which we are. I'll stay at the top. So over here we go do that. Not exactly like that. 12 crashes or less. We're still in the ballpark. And then I go actually over here. Is that what we do? No, that is not what we do. So this way, then, oh, come on. No, then go over here. Crazy. So this way, over here, and then stay at the top here. No, that wasn't it. Over here, yes. And then, oh my, really? I survived that? crazy. Do you know, Doom Guy, isn't that always the case in 3D? Oh, that'll only take 5 minutes, and next thing you know, 2 hours later, wonder where the day went. Oh, you got work in the morning? Super, super nice to see you again, Beard Goblin. I'm so glad you could hang out. I think I'll be back here next Saturday around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me for that. Could be another nice chillaxed cycle, could be something else. Don't know if the cycling season is up then. We only have 2 more days to go. And then usually they have a little break before the next season starts. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Stay. Uh-oh. I survived. No, it didn't survive. Doing. Camilla, you're working on anything exciting right now? I really enjoyed the Viking in the bathtub. I haven't looked at the Freya bundle yet. Were you involved in any of the promo images there as well? I've been looking at some of the items in the flash sales over the weekend. I couldn't decide. In the end, I didn't buy anything because there was just so much. You could literally buy goodies for $2.99 every couple of hours. It's crazy. Do you know? I think I'm past the point here. I think I might have to start the course again. Yeah, I don't think I like going this way. I think I like going the other way. Yeah, let's restart the whole run. Let's restart the whole run. Vikings, oh yes. It was really, really fun. It was a good promo. It was a good promo. Oh yes, thank you, bot. Very good point. I've been streaming on Twitch every once in a while. Fairly regularly recently, which is very cool. Totally was completely not planned. But if you are on Twitch, do make sure to follow me there. I do pop up without much announcement, so watch those notifications if you're into casual gameplay, casual working sessions. Often without any preparation. Sometimes that's when the best things come out. When inspiration strikes, you know. Come on. No more than 12 crashes. And we're gonna beat this in under 2:45. No exploring shortcuts. What did I just say? No exploring short. Oh, that was actually the legit shortcut here, I think. Whew. That could have gone either way there. Either way, I say. Ay caramba, that was no good. And Blind, you actually get achievements for that. If you go swimming 20 times, I think the achievement is maybe try a boat. Or like you hit 500 trees. I'm kind of glad I did that. Ah! Oh my god! Maris paint job. Personal best. Oh dear, ouch. and then the wheel hits him in the head. That's just the ultimate insult. The ultimate insult. Can we do this? We can! My God, child's play! Complete all beginner challenges on... wherever. Good stuff! Look at that. Boar Maris paint job. That's not this paint job, is it? I don't think it is. Let's have a look what that looks like. Boar Maris paint job. And then we're trying it out on Eldfjord. I can't wait. Customization. So this is... oh, this is the Maris paint job. Okay. Was that not for the boar then? Was that for the... oh, it's for the Trailblazer. Gotcha. What we got here then? On this way. Oh, that's the Mechanica. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it was the Trailblazer that had the Maris paint job, but my boar also had the Maris paint. That's nice. That matches the outfit. I like it. I like it. Let's just see what the other mountains are like. So Sierra Riviera is like in the desert. That's a little difficult. Then Mount Riley is another one with lush greens and stuff. But my favorite really is this one here, Eldfjord. Oops. And it's so cute when you've just started, when you haven't opened much here, then the tent isn't quite opened up, and you know, depending on how much you've unlocked, there's other different goodies here that he has there for biking, or she rather. Twisting Vales. Oh, Great Ocean Crest, Scorching Descent. That's all locked. Well, Twisting Vales it is then. Cross the finish line. Be alert, because the world needs alerts. I like that. That is a good quote. That's a great quote, Steve. Hey, how are you getting on with your tablet? I remember a while ago you bought one that has a display in it. The one that isn't not a Cintiq. It was, I think, an X Pen tablet, was it? I just remember that. I always wanted to try one, but I never bought one. So let me know how you get on with it, and also how you use it. I mean, it's one of those things that if you have enough room, it's great to have it there. But yeah, I think it's also kind of a centerpiece depending on the size. Yeah, let me know how you get on with it. Because it's one of those things that it can really increase your productivity, especially for things like sculpting as well as photoshopping. Alerts is a good word. Yes, I think so too. Don't be alert. Wow, Twisting Vales. Part of me wants to immediately not go on the path. Oh yeah, see? That's the path, but we can probably also go down here. And crash. Dang! That was enough. Hey, I'm glad you had coffee. Speaking of coffee, mine's sadly empty. I don't think I have coffee anymore. Dang! Coffee. Stop being empty. Okay, let me try. Let me try this again. So we go... see, there's all this windy stuff. I'm thinking there's got to be a faster way off this track already. Maybe I shouldn't even try that. Let's stay on the path, Jay. Let's stay on the path. Currently it's all about crossing the finish line and not the shortcuts. Even though I can see there's some. I'm sure there's some shortcuts. Oops, starting to rain already. Ow. You and coffee I have in a moment. Okay. Shh. Let Danny and coffee have a moment. Absolute quiet, please. It's so funny, when I started this, I thought, yeah, this is going to be like 20 minutes and then we can have a look at a different game. But as it often is with this game, you get so into it and you think, try other things. Man, that's just dark, cold and wet. Whoops. barely see. Can I just jump over here and see what happens? Almost. Possibly. That's a good way of looking at it. Coffee is addicted to me. I can stop at any time, you know. I just choose not to do that. I actually have days where I don't have coffee. Oops. Granted, they're rare, but they do exist. So most of what I actually have is decaf. So I think if I were to drink regular coffee as much as I drink coffee, I think that wouldn't be good for me. I have a special blend of... I kind of switch between half calf and third calf. So my coffee machine takes 3 spoons of coffee with kind of like not quite a quart, but also not 2 pints type thing, somewhere in the middle there. And I usually have 1 spoon of caffeinated coffee and 2 spoons of decaf. It's the same brand. Bustelo is kind of my brand. That's what I enjoy. Whoops. Oh. I can just go maybe here. Oh, is this good? Oh, wow, really? I can barely see anything. This in daily challenges, this course comes up every once in a while, and they put the nastiest obstacles in here. There's so many shortcuts here, it's crazy. There are much sunnier paths in Eldfjord as well, so it's not always dark and rainy. But they also do like to make it rain here. Something tells me to accelerate there every time, and it's time and time again it's not a good idea to do that. Oops. Muscle memory shortcut. There's a shortcut, definitely. I like here. Yes! Insane, man! Oh, that is nice. Thank you so much for being here, Russell. I appreciate that. Go for the nightly constitutional. Mustn't get the pups waiting. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Hiya! Oh, yes. Oh, I remember there's a particularly terrible camera moment here in which you can go down here, I think. Oh yeah, down here and then past here. And you think, am I riding the correct way? Yes, you do, but we choose not to show you that. It's crazy. Yeah, this is confusing, is it? Where's that camp? This is our camp. Found the camp. How exciting. Cross the finish line. Okay. So I suppose then to unlock the next track, which is, whoops, the next track on Eldfjord. Yeah, this one's still closed here, Ocean Crest. We need to go and keep doing things. So yeah, there we go. 21 crashes or less on this trail, and we unlock the next one. And 315 or less, and we unlock a fancy grey medium backpack. be rude not to do that. I say, let's try that. Let's try it. Outfit spectacular. Is the hat really aerodynamic enough? I can't say. Should the hat be more like a cycling helmet? How do you feel? Should I ride a different bike? Try the Trailblazer. That is quite nice. Got less acceleration. The Boar has a little bit of acceleration more. Or I could try the Grasshopper. Well, that has less grip and... yeah, I'm not sure. Stick with the Boar. Yeah, I'm thinking like the helmet here. We can either have one that matches the outfit like this, or one that has a chin guard as well. Or you can have one, you know, with a hat here. Or the diver's helmet. It being such a rainy night, perhaps this is a good idea. As long as it doesn't steam up. Is he smoking? Oh no, it's a microphone. I thought it's like a cigarette butt hanging out of his... Yes! Absolutely! I think maybe the diver's helmet in this weather, I think that's just gonna be good. Alright, this is it. Can you imagine they did? This is another little trinket we find out now. And the wings might add a bit of gliding speed, help us jump, possible. And maybe the backpack actually makes me heavier, who knows? I'm making a fashion statement here. In reality, it's a bad idea, man, bad idea. So, in order to get off this right from the get-go then here, is that a good idea? Oh, there, look, this is a shortcut here, isn't it? Was it that much shorter? And now we're being timed and all. Dang it, stamina, stop running out. Was this also where I can go down here? Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah, well, not so much down here. I meant more like less down there. I meant more like on here. Yeah, so that takes that whole top bit out. And we just casually come out of here. Yes, aha. We need our lights on. I can barely see stuff. Yeah, that was hit or miss. That was... could have gone either way there. That could have gone either way. Ryan, have you got any exciting projects that you're working on? Animation or 3D wise? Or any exciting softwares you've discovered? You always come up with funky workflows. I always find that very inspiring. Do you know, there is actually, for all of us who use Substance Painter, they have a new version that they kind of smuggled in that has an interesting new feature, which is kind of a baking preview. So it lets us, before you bake your maps, it lets you preview what they're gonna likely come out as. Any of you been playing with that? Because I think the purpose of that is that you, like sometimes when you bake the high poly detail onto the low poly model, ouch, it's a bit hit or miss what you need to set the values to so that it looks okay, and this preview window shows you what it's going to look like before you actually wait for the baking process to finish and then find out, that was pants, I need to do this again. So that's what that's for. I haven't played with it much, I've just heard that that's happening. They've got a live stream actually on the 2nd of February entitled What's New in Substance. So I would imagine That's not just Substance Painter, that's the whole Substance suite. Probably including Modeler and all that, Stager and all that malarkey that comes in the $1,000 a minute luxury package or whatever, how much it costs now, Adobe. We're doing on time here, yes, we're doing good. We're doing all right. It's just that from here I can never find my way. 3:15, oh come on. Come on, dude. Stamina. My goodness. Work and too much stable diffusion, huh? Nico, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. Oh, you have the baking mode window open right now. How exciting. How exciting. How are you finding it? Medium grey backpack is ours. And unlocked the next trail, hopefully less rainy. Let's try out the new backpack. And the new trail, of course. Because Expert gives us Viking helmet and Thor outfit. 250, my goodness. It means we have to shave 20 seconds off this. Let's not do that. Let's have a look at Great Ocean Crest. Much cooler. Cross the finish line. That's, let's focus on that. Backpack. Doesn't look so bad. Purple backpack. Grey medium backpack, not bad. Just unlocked this second. I do like that, with the goggles. I think that's a good helmet to have. I think that's a good helmet to have. Ah, how that could be upgraded to Genesis 9, yes. Or just keep using the Genesis 8 version and develop a new character for Genesis 9. It could be like, a guest that makes a frequent appearance. Yeah, experiment with it. Just make sure you don't overwrite the Genesis 8 version. Make sure you keep that in a safe place. Ball was kind of good. I like the ball. Let's go keep the ball going. Oh, that's foggy, isn't it? But hey, we'll just cross the finish line. No one's timing us. Let's just enjoy the ride. I wonder if we're above the clouds, like in this other mountain, where we're literally starting above the clouds. Is it gonna rain? Let's just hope it isn't going to rain. I like that, when it's not raining, essentially. That could do with it not raining. I think, yeah, we can see the HDRI in the background. Oh, nice. Unexpected shortcut here. There's one where we get past volcanoes and all. Oh yeah, lots of shortcut opportunity around here. This isn't one of them. Whoops. Ouch. Whoops. I'm thinking this here. Oh, dude. Is this one? It is, isn't it? Is it practical? Totally different matter, that. That is steep. Dude, no. Ouch. Yes, good point, Nico, good point. I actually resisted giving in. There were so many sales over the weekend And I think today is the last day. There's new sale items that come up every 3 hours or so. So I think, does that go down like that? So we need X-ray vision on. So not here, but here. Here. And feel free to go slower here as well. Is that a shortcut? It is a shortcut. Again, is it practical? Yes, it is. Uh-huh. Did I just hear a cow in the background? You said after Christmas stop for crazy shopping. Yeah, I've very much gone over to buy what you need when you need it, rather than buy all sales item and then never use them, because it's... Is this a shortcut that's usable? Because there comes a point where there's so much in your library that it's difficult to find the stuff that you actually need. And then there's also the brutal reality that the new figure generation comes faster than you think. But hey, it's also kind of cool to have items and then play around with them and then see, is this something that you want to use? So often I find that I play with something that came as part of a bundle, and I'm thinking, oh, that is actually quite cool. I didn't know it was going to be that cool, and I would have never bought it by itself. You know, same with sale items that you go, it could be interesting. Sometimes you just have a lemon and you think, yeah, it's maybe not for me. But other times you go, wow, that is, I'm pleasantly surprised. The promos really didn't do that justice. There's a new thing I was looking into, what's it called? It's a thing that can do dog leashes in DAZ Studio. Has anyone tried that? Bunch of connected objects that it can string together and then make a kind of a bending motion. I'm thinking of checking that out. That's an interesting one. Well done, Nico. Well done. Also, you know, this is another thing we mustn't forget. Often check the fast grab items. They change every few hours. And also the free items. Sometimes things are free that are kind of amazing, like especially when it comes to Genesis 2 Pro bundles. I've seen Genesis 3 Pro bundles of figures that I thought, oh, that's interesting. I mean, for free, that's kind of cool. So right, Nico. So right. So right. It's a real art getting promo images to look that good. And then even if it's a mediocre product, you think, man, the promos, they're just awesome. But then also you quickly learn, hey, any of my characters, if I can learn how to make promos look that good, any of my content can look that good if I can make a promo that good. Yes, it's a real skill to do that. Technically, you know what? Technically, DAZ have that option as well. It's not something that's widely publicized, but you do have a 30-day refund period with DAZ. So if you buy something, it doesn't matter if it's kind of an impulse buy. If you tested it out and you think, hey, this isn't quite what I needed it for, that wasn't quite working the way I wanted it to, don't hesitate to file a ticket and ask for a refund. If it's within 30 days, they will do that. And the item will be removed from your account. But if you're certain, hey, it's just not a bad product, but it's not something that I had expected it to work differently, or it doesn't work on my system, like the Viking Village set doesn't fit into my VRAMs, way too large for me to do anything with, don't hesitate to drop them a file a ticket and say, yeah, can I have a refund? Within 30 days, they'll give you either store credit or they'll refund your money. So don't forget that. It's if you're on the fence of, hey, is this an item that I need or not, do buy it, test it. If you don't like it, get a refund. So it's a good way to do it. Obviously, don't overuse it. If you have more refunds than purchases on your account, eventually they'll say, hey, look, dude, this is not what this policy is in place for. But within reason, they'll always make it right. Right, absolutely, Horizon. It's my experience as well. I'd like to. It's really difficult sometimes for all items in the promo images to be listed, but I would love to see that as well. It's one of those things where the promo image is great, but you only really get a hair prop, but you think, hey, what's the guy wearing? What's the background? What's the effect? And what are the other 7 characters in the background wearing? And actually you're buying a mustache. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to list all these things out because sometimes you don't remember. If you're making a promo and you go, oh, that was a freebie I picked up from, I don't even know. It's just in here and I've used it because it looks good. But often it's difficult to track down items you've used for a promo as well. No, that's what we're here for. This is what we're here for, Nico. I've crossed the finish line. Let's see what comes up next here. This is what I like about hanging out, the little Blender chat we had earlier. I love doing that. 250 Cliff's outfit. 21 crashes or fewer. Unlock trail. Can we do it? Let's do it. So true, Camilla. It can be literally either way, can't it? I totally agree. Which is why promo images are so important. I remember Totte was telling me it's really difficult to make promo images for script products because how are you gonna visualize what that does? You can take screenshots of the interface and point out what does what. That's a good way of doing it because it's all about functionality in those products. But making something makes you want to buy it, you think, oh, that's difficult. Do you know what? Let me just start again here. I think there's a way to get down here. Isn't there? Yes, look at that. I think there's an even better way. This came up in a daily challenge once. And so daily challenges here are really good because they make you go ways that you wouldn't normally go. Like this is a great example. I would have never figured this out had they not just plastered the rest of the path with obstacles. So this was the only thing we could ride here. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, so that's what daily challenges teach you. Literally where to find those shortcuts. Haha! That was quite exciting. Oh man, I was going to say that was quite exciting. Having expected there to be a checkpoint in the vicinity. Totally wasn't. Don't know if there was an even better way to keep that streak going there. I can't tell if this is worth the hassle or not, much like this here. Maybe I'll pursue this opportunity here. If it is in fact an opportunity. It looks like it was. Oh my. Oof. That was tough. I'm sweating here, man. I'm sweating. Wow. I am impressed. It's been a while since I've done this course. Nico, if you get a chance and if you're interested in rigging at all, do have a look at the latest DAZ Plus stream. That was a really cool stream. I think we all had a lot of fun. A little bit of an advanced topic, but if you understand the concepts, you can really add new functionality to existing items. Because I know you're always keen to learn, and this is one of those topics that's often shrouded in a little bit of mystery. But I think it just went so well yesterday that I thought, yeah, I'm gonna tell you about it while you're here. I'll tell everyone. Woohoo! Did we do it? Yes, we did it! 217. My God, that is crazy. That is crazy. 857th out of how many people? 3,000. That's not bad. Top 30%. That is not bad. Fantastic. Yeah, this is, Camilla, this is actually what I struggle with most, like having the vision. What is the story? What's the mental thing that leads to doing all the technical stuff? This is a real weak point of mine. I'm good with the technical things, but like vision is like, 2%. I wish I had more of that. Yes, I need to try that as well, Nico. I haven't tried the G829 clothing converter. I would imagine it works pretty much like the other products. And Nico, Neville, on that note, freebies, kit bashing, absolutely. And then also, as you get more adventurous, just make your own stuff. That's really, really cool. Either extend what you already have, like, make skirts longer and add sleeves to something sleeveless, or cut sleeves off something that has sleeves and stuff. Do you know, Nick, good question. This is Unity. Hello, also, by the way. Yeah, this is done in Unity, and you've got this, it's a bit like an Unreal Engine where you've got this this area that's in focus. I mean, the game engines, they kind of fake it. It's not real calculated depth of field. You've got blurry here, blurry there, and whatever's in the middle is focused, and then it kind of mixes that together as it renders that. And the camera is not so much at a fixed distance between the rider and the camera, so that distance changes. So it must be kind of a magic spring arm, but they do move the camera along while you ride. So I suppose it's kind of a spring arm, and the distance kind of moves. But as such, I think the focal plane is always where the rider is, and I think that is what makes this depth of field look just so impressive. I think this is kind of, I've been thinking about this as well. I'm thinking that's probably what they did there. Oh, perfect. That'll help with that. Yes, cat ears, if they're static right now, if they're like static things, you can put 1 or 2 bones in, or 3 bones, and then they can wiggle, and they'll bend naturally as well, and they can turn as well with that. That's a great idea. It's a great use case for that. Oh, okay, good. That's you've got a big advantage there. Lack of skills and assets, possibly time, right? Yeah, I see what you mean. Cool. Nice, Steve. Very good. I've taken a crack and I've abandoned it because something came up. On this note, I'm trying to convert The Girl Next Door by Black Hearted from Victoria 4 onto Genesis 9. And something came up. I wanted to do it with the original textures that he's made. And, I'll do it all in R3DS wrap. Yeah, that is what I'm puzzling around with at the moment. Had some client work for wrapping recently. That was kind of cool. Been happy about that. Yes, it's sometimes it is a curse, but if you write these things down, Camilla, so that you don't forget, I always think that sometimes I have ideas, and then usually I go through these periods where I have so many ideas that I couldn't execute them all. I tend to write them all down because I also know that I go through this next phase where I have no ideas at all, and it'll be really good to then look at that list and go, oh yeah, I remember. So this is kind of what happens to me. I get this. Sometimes I have so many ideas that I'm thinking in such a short period of time that I think, well, I couldn't execute all of that. And then I go through this next phase where I don't have any ideas at all, or it seems like I don't. So this is good. Shall we have a look at one more trail, like Trail 4 in Eldfjord? See what that looks like. A brain thought recorder. I love it. Somebody come up with that. What else is in this one then here? 215 for the Viking Shield Loki. And if we had a javelin, 230 with 21 crashes or fewer would get the snake paint job. Maybe next time. I don't have a javelin. Javelin's a terrible bike, that. No time pressure, Explorer crossed the finish line in this ever so slightly scary course. See what that looks like. Do we need a different outfit here, or is it... We're good. We're okay. AI is so distracting, isn't it? And now, of course, that you have not just the AI picture generators, now that you have this wonderful chat GPT, you can have your stories narrated, made, told, and pictures made at the same time. This is sometimes what's so cool to see, though. If you have like a complex project that's been released, if you kept all the notes that led to it, like sketches and scribbled things, it's cool. You can release it as an art pack or something. Because I always find it's I don't know why, but looking at other creative people's workflow is fascinating. Just to see what tools do you use, how do you manage so many creative thoughts, and how do you juggle making it happen versus sitting in a corner thinking too many things and I'm going insane because none of it gets done. It's all about how do you manage these things. Sometimes tools are cool to see what tools other people use for that. But also, I mean, tools are tools. It's also how you use the tools. That's interesting. Like a voice recorder is a great idea, Nancy. But there's recording the thoughts and then listening back to those thoughts. I find that's equally important. And sometimes it's just, this is a good example of how you use this thing. So like a thought or a voice recorder is good, but you need to be able to take time out yourself and listen to what you were saying so that you can learn from what you meant in that moment. So it's an important tool. It's an important workflow to, what am I trying to say? To manage yourself that way. So recording your thoughts is one thing, but then listening back is just as important. I remember reading an interview with Pharoah Sanders. He's a jazz saxophonist, and these guys, they're a bit like athletes for professional sports. And one of the things that he was saying was fascinating to me, that he records himself improvising, practicing, like hours, 3, 4, 5 hours a day. So this is kind of his daily workflow there. He goes and plays the sax for hours, records what he's doing, and then the next day he actually goes and listens to the previous day's improvisation, and he picks out the bits that he found interesting, either noteworthy as in that didn't go so well, I need to practice this, or that went particularly well, let me go try this again and again so I can turn it into, new pieces of music. And I think that's interesting. Other like writers take all kinds of notes, plot notes that they get at the oddest moments, and then when they're stuck for a plot idea, they have a good Bible that they can go to and just investigate what are the plot ideas that I come up with. I have this with videos, that I have an idea, like a question or comment from a viewer, or just something, inspiration strikes while we're going shopping, and I'm thinking, oh, that'd be a good video to make. And then if I don't write this down, I forget literally within an hour. But I've got a Trello board that I note down many of these ideas, and they can then be shifted around and turned into videos if and when I'm stuck for material. So that's how I handle that, and that kind of works really well for me. But yeah, so sometimes it's tools, and sometimes it's then how do you use those tools so that they work for you. And it's funny that so many creative disciplines dang, run out of steam, are so related, you know. It doesn't matter if you're a musician or a writer or a content creator or a promo artist or whatever we do, it's all very much a related craft, I find. Was this a good way to go? I can't decide. And we're back. Woohoo! My God. My coffee is still empty. I'd love to have another coffee, but hey, it's one of those things. A fridge whiteboard, that's a good tip. That's a really good tip. And just drop down. It's also good for organization. Like the other thing that feeds into this whole how do you organize creativity is how do you organize a day when you're creatively working that isn't a 9-to-5 job. How do you manage that? So some of us tend to work so much that we burn ourselves out because there's no structure, and then that's not good. So you can structure yourself around projects or around hours in the day that you say, I can't just spend time on the internet exploring exciting stuff, because that will just take 12 hours and then I don't get any work done. But at the same time, I can't work for 12 hours straight because that would burn me out. So I have to, how do I manage myself around those two things? Set yourself something like an alarm that means you don't work longer than 2 hours on a trot or 1 hour on a trot, and then take a 10-minute break, or do walks or do exercises or play video games before you do any creative work or afterwards, and break these things up so that you stay motivated. It's a deep topic. Oh, mind map. Okay, yeah, right, mind map, yes. I haven't, Danny. No, tell us about it. Miro, right? Yes, I've heard of that as well. Yeah, Miro is nice. That's good for visual things. So if you like, Trello works really well for me because that's not that visual. It's just like a more technical approach. If it's too open, then I find I get lost very quickly. Right, yes. Good point. Make notes about just rough outlines. Man, what a cool idea that would have been, Brian. Right. I tend to do that. So I tend to play games because they inspire me to do 3D stuff, and vice versa. So I think it's important for me to have this balance. Very interesting. It's good to hear these things, actually. Very good to hear. You make notes to remind you to make notes. Crazy, Steve. That is crazy. Eldfjord, what can we do in beginners? Maybe we do one more ride. Unlock backpack, Viking shield Thor. Hang on a minute, wasn't that something... Didn't we have that on this thing? Wasn't there a Viking shield? Oh, that's Viking shield Loki. Okay. Loki and Thor, of course, two different things. Viking shield Thor. We can do that. Come on. Lucky Thor shield. And then we'll call it a day. Do you know, which reminds me, actually, when you said Baldur's Gate, it reminds me that I need to pick up Horizon Forbidden West. I was really into that game, and then something came up and I stopped playing. But yeah, it's something I want to play to the end, so I have been away from it ever since I, stopped playing it. I really enjoyed Deathloop, I have to say. That was nice, but I think I'm kind of done with that now, mentally. Unless, of course, they release DLC content for it, which I don't know if and when that'll happen. I think it will at one point. Oh, speaking of Deathloop, Dishonored... Oh, dear. Dang. The Dishonored Death of the Outsider is going to be free. I could have done that better, couldn't I? Yeah, let me do that better. Death of the Outsider is free next week on Epic. From Thursday. Also, don't forget to pick up your January freebies on the Unreal Engine Marketplace. If you're collecting those things, I do. Sure, they're going to come in handy at one point. Unreal Engine, that's another thing I want to get back into. I've been away for too long and it's too good not to explore it. Damn, what am I doing here? We're not limited by crashes here, though. That's good. That's what I was looking for. And no. Ah, yes, my goodness. I keep not seeing it at the last minute. That was ambitious. Careful with the rock. Easy now. The rock that you can barely see. Too bloody dark like. While the lava's bubbling away. Are we on the right track here? Oh, this was the one with the dangerous rocks. Yes. Barely see them. This course feels like it's going on forever. I can always tell when that jump isn't going to land all that well, like this one isn't going to work. No worries about the crashes. A little bit slower and we're all good. Straight through here. Ah, nearly. Easy now, we're nearly there, nearly there. I think we can do this, 350, I think we can do this. He says, hi, yeah, yes. Oh no. And the other way is to not jump over here. Just go to the... No, I think I have to jump, don't I? I think I have to jump, but then I can go right. I think that was the other possibility. And then just go... Yeah, and also don't jump sideways. Super important. Land, then turn. I can't decide which one's faster here, this way or the other way. Oops. I have a feeling just going straight is the more adventurous route. Well, that was lucky. Can we go down here? That's another idea. Do that. Well, that's best of both worlds. I'm liking it. All right. Personal best. Really? Oh, wow. Nico, that's crazy. That is very funny. Wouldn't that be cool? Brian, make it. I'm gonna totally play it. Let's do it. Yeah, we need to get back into UE5. Come on, that's just, it's too good a tool to, you know, not know more about. I think that's where the future is. It sounds so cold. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Camilla, I'm always very concerned about when you're living north at this time of the year. It's just so dark for so long. One of those things. I hope it's going to get lighter soon. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, hanging out with you, and it's great honor to, you know, bring this back at weekends and just to chill. So my plan is to be back next Saturday because there's no DAZ stream, so I'll be on my channel kind of 4 p.m. 5 p.m. in the afternoon, as well as Sunday. I'm also going to be during the week. I'll be in the afternoon on Twitch from kind of 5 p.m. Not sure which days, but if and when I feel like it. And I feel like some, you know, 3D working sessions coming on, so do join me for that. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all. Have a wonderful rest of the Sunday, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.